LawLiet and Chaemiko, both from Korea. Chaemiko is was on a fairly hot run recently in the WGL Pro qualifier for April. He made it to the final against Moon. Lots of points for him there. But as we saw him earlier against Life, he didn't look the greatest. LawLiet most recently. His WGL performances were alright. We saw him in the Pro division most of the time. He actually dropped down to the Open division once. Yeah, he did. But made it right back and has basically qualified for WGL already. Got enough points for the main event later this summer. And we have a bit of a join bug here. Alright, second try. We're gonna start on Last Refuge, by the way. Not surprising. Normally the maps we see vetoed in this matchup are Twisted Meadows. That one certainly. Turtle Rock as well. In this map pool we actually do have Turtle Rock concealed, I believe. But LR is usually a map that both players are satisfied with for the most part. Speaking of prize money, by the way, only top 8 get prize money. So if you don't make it out of the groups, you kind of are, leaving empty-handed. But there's a lot of prize money in this tournament. Actually, an insane amount, considering this is the first installment. As you can see on Wikipedia, $45,000. And of that, $22,000 for first place. That is much more than last WGL. WGL is increasing their prize pool immensely as well. But this year is, a big chunk of change. The winner of this tournament basically will be the highest earning player in this year, I'm pretty sure. We've had a few dropouts already from Group A. Soin with a 0-2, he's out. Lucifer with a 0-2, he's out as well. And now if Chaemiko loses this game as well, he is going to be basically out himself. So Chaemiko, we saw him playing here earlier already against Life with a fast expansion attempt. We see this more and more nowadays from humans. It feels like basically anywhere you can expand on, fast expand on, you will fast expand on as the human. There's some maps where this is really hard to do, like AZ and Concealed. But on LR, it's an easy camp, and especially if you get more camp access, that should bode fairly well for you moving on towards the later stages. Alright, here we go now. Once again, LawLiet versus Chaemiko going up against each other here. LawLiet certainly with a bigger name, but Chaemiko recently with pretty good performances. However, earlier what we saw from him, not too impressive. Historically, between the two, Chaemiko, the big underdog, 24% win rate against LawLiet here is pretty low, but he has shown some promise recently. But at the same time, LawLiet, I would say, oh, that's the wrong one. I would say, in pretty good shape as well. So off we go. Gonna start off with the normal Ancient of War creep. Should most certainly be the Keeper of the Grove. This is LawLiet. With him, you never know. Might be a Warden, might be a Demon Hunter. He is not 100% predictable with this, but the Keeper is the most likely choice, and that will be the hero in fact. Chaemiko should most certainly go for an AM here. We saw him earlier trying his hand at the Mountain King, on Echo Isles of course that was. That didn't work out too well. But this game here earlier against Life did have some promise, I think. He was just a little too greedy, not covering his bases, literally, with Arcane Towers. Suffered too much from the harassment. Cutting a few too many corners, I think, was his mistake earlier on. So, is this going to be the Merc Camp creep again? And can this be punished? What we saw earlier was pretty passive play. No aggression before level 3 at all from neither player. So it was a really tame early game. Kind of no aggression pact. With both going for that level 3 and the expansion. Before moving out on the map towards the opponent. Wisp is trying to block the footy here. To not allow this creep abuse. AI abuse. But it's working out, as it seems, for Chaemiko. Wants to kill the Wisp as well. Oh, but he's still gonna get the detonate off by the looks of it. Oh no, Chaemiko dodges the detonate on the water elemental. That was pretty nicely done. No experience there for the Night Elf, and no damage. Still slowing down the creep a little. And what is LawLiet doing? After the first camp, going for the natural right away. And looks very similar actually to our game from earlier. No aggression early, really. Just creeping heavily on both sides. Chaemiko now with the Shadow Priest already. This is, of course, a big help against the Keeper of the Grove. With that, you do have Dispel suddenly. So the Entangle isn't a surefire kill every time it's used. Zoe Mask on the AM also very, very nice. So much mana regen now on the first hero. He's gonna have pretty much elementals on cooldown every time. Or close to it anyways. LawLiet continuing to creep himself. Also going for a Shadow Priest. Not just good against Keeper, also against Archmage, of course. Footy's already here to scout this. So Chaemiko could cancel if he wants to, but perhaps his priority is going to be expanding himself instead. Oh no, it's not. It's not. He's switching up his playstyle. Whereas it was fast expansion in the last game, this time around he's going to be aggressive on tier 2. And going to cancel his expansion. There's no really any saving this one. The footy may be falling, but the rest of the human force is coming in. And this will 100% be a cancel. Keeper's level 3 with a lot of bonus intelligence. Treant's level 2, by the way, so the Entangle isn't even that scary. And now with the Water Elementals, with the Shadow Priest. This isn't enough, right? Actually, Chaemiko attacking the Keeper now. Is this tree actually going to survive? It really shouldn't. Is Chaemiko's giving this up? Is he missing this opportunity? No, he's got another Water Elemental in a moment. Thanks to the Zoe Mask. So much mana for him. But he wants to get some archer kills as well. I guess he knows he can get this Tree of Life anyways, and he wants to get as many kills as he can as well. Smart plays by Chaemiko if it works out. If he doesn't get the cancel here, this is a disaster. But I think he should. Getting another archer. That was the second archer. The Keeper of the Grove. Extremely hurt. He's gonna have to TP out of this most likely. Expansion cancel at the very last second. Means not too many resources recovered from this. And level 3 AM with this as well. So much mana thanks to that Sobi. Oh, the Keeper getting found by the Elemental again. But seems like he won't be forced into the town portal here just yet. Expansion is coming, but with a hell of a delay. It's like almost 2 minutes of a delay. A lot of time that Chaemiko used for attacking. Tier 2, soon to be finished. Blacksmith already there. Seems to be rifles here coming in soon. Entangle onto the Water Elemental. Only level 1 Entangle, but still enough for the kill. Oh, the Keeper has a TP. 18 HP. Wouldn't have been enough to survive this fireball. The AM, pretty good right clicks here actually. One more camp support now for LawLiet. Keeper back from the main with more mana. And with the mana, he finally should be able to hold this off. Almost level 4 already. Wow, that's pretty fast. Entangle. Can he get this around here in time? He can. LawLiet will have to TP out of this. Chaemiko will. Really don't think he should take this much damage. There's no hope of getting out of this. Okay, finally he TPs. I think that was a big mistake. He lost half HP here for no reason. Tier 2 is kind of soon to be done. With the Alchemist coming in, it's going to be very dangerous then to go out with this Archmage. Very easy now to kill this first hero. Rifles coming. Sanctum coming. No second hero yet. Oh, he's supply stuck. But Chaemiko doesn't really have the resources anyways to go for a second hero along with everything else. Keep it level 4. Both skills now on level 2. Aiming for the Shadow Priest, but Chaemiko always very fast with these dispels. I think he even got the Water Elemental last hit here, giving him a bit more experience. More treants now being summoned. Chaemiko doesn't want to give this up for free, especially the big item from the Ogre Magi. But now, with the Alchemist coming out, oh, the AI might be in trouble. There's one Abolish here for Dispel, but that's it. But actually the Keeper, he does have the mana. Last hit and item both go to the Night Elf. LawLiet picking up the Wand of Mana Stealing. That means no Dispel anymore on the Shadow Priest, at least for a moment. And that's going to be another kill. This time onto the Berserker. Militia have to be called, and a second hero is lacking so much. Finally, the Mountain King is coming in. Expansion is still not set up, though. What's coming in the main? Tier 3? One lore tier 3. Isn't that really greedy?
A player's forces
Looks pretty greedy. Here we have the Mountain King now finally. Going for the laboratory right away. He's gonna have a tough time creeping to level 3 though. Level 4 AM is also gonna be important. Book of the Dead. Against Wisps, usually can't find the greatest use on this one. And the light is creeping up very fast. Keeper getting pretty close to level 5. Alchemist now hitting his own level 2. AM, almost level 4. Chaemiko not yet in upkeep, not yet even at 50 supply. Single Arcane coming up in the main. Adept training for the priests. With that he's gonna have the Dispel. 2 priests out already. Wouldn't mind seeing the Book of the Dead for creeping. Yeah, exactly. So you can at least get some use out of it. Oh, Keeper coming in, looking for the flank. The rest of the army for the Night Elf approaching as well. Double level ups. And the Cloak of Flames could be pretty nice for him, actually. Against these archers, if he finds his way back there. Doesn't have the clap, though. It's Stormbolt and Bash for the Mountain King. And now solo creeping as the AM has hit level 4. Crazy mana regen now on the Archmage. LawLiet looks to be going for the split push, the counterattacks. There's an opening here into the base. Is this an opening? It looks like it's open, but with the treants you can open up the way anyways. No Wall-Off is safe against the Keeper of the Grove. And there we go. Treants open up the way. To be safe against this kind of run-by, you have to have towers, but towers are very expensive. If you go for the lumber mill, go for the towers, it's a lot of resources you're not putting into army. That's buying your opponent a lot of time. Chaemiko seems to be in a tough spot, but he's actually expanding here. I thought the militia were just brought for fighting in case they were required, but I think this is a smart play, actually. Chaemiko with this is not forcing himself into an all-in position, but he has to kill the expansion or lose. And here comes the run by Archmage, no TP, has to walk back home. It's going to be very expensive now. Tower will most certainly be lost. Oh, actually, repair coming in. Scroll of Healing already used from LawLiet here. Keeper out of mana. Priest saved. Most peasants still alive, if not even all peasants. Call to arms now coming in. One archer traded for 2 archers for 1 peasant only. But also a lot of lost mining time. That has to be said. Oh, and smart TP by LawLiet. Realizing? Wait. Yeah, realizing that there is a town hall over there. Chaemiko has to run back over. But LawLiet doesn't want to commit deep. He doesn't have a TP to get out of this one. Let's take a look at the gold mines here. Yeah, there was a 400 gold difference now. So what's LawLiet going for? Mountain Giants. Alright, Mountain Giants is the call. And a couple more Dryads as well. Expansion fairly well protected with the Ancient of War and the Protector. No Nature's Blessing yet for LawLiet, by the way. He doesn't have the Lumber. Meaning that his Treants and Ancients both are pretty low armor. Easier to take out. Stormbolt on the Alchemist, dropping low very, very quickly. LawLiet not applying the Orb of Venom yet. Stormbolt hits the target, but... Or did it? I think it did, but Alchemist still getting staffed out and saved. Mountain Giant surrounded. Uh-oh, the staff's on cooldown, actually. This would be a big kill if he can get it. And he seems to be pretty stuck, but no. Changing targets now. Going to the Keeper of the Grove. Stormbolt focus fire. Keeper hits level 5, but the Treants are quickly dispelled. MK, though, has to be careful as well. There's no invul on Chaemiko. He's got 2,000 gold almost, but he's getting the hero kill. Gets the Alchemist. Has to keep his own Mountain King alive, though, is still pretty hurt. But the damage of this Night Elf army isn't too scary. The Mountain Giants in front are tanking very well. Chaemiko is still not in upkeep. No lumber at all. Going tier 3 on only 2 lumber peasants. Dude, you have to make some lumber peasants. Doesn't matter if you go upkeep. You have more than enough gold. Another Mountain Giant dies. Oh wait, was it the first one? Alchemist still dead for quite a while. I think it was the first Mountain Giant, actually. Treant summoned, walking over to the expansion. Both players struggling with the lumber this game. Neither one going for a shredder just yet. And of course, Chaemiko is so rich. He just bought so many items. Double Scroll of Healing, TP, and Invul. And he still got more than 1,000 gold. Alright, finally. Getting a farm at the lab. Gonna be a shredder soon. But he doesn't have the lumber for a shredder even. Not just yet. The army here for Chaemiko isn't the biggest. But it's kind of scary. With level 3 MK. Rifles do have 1-0 attack upgrades. Okay, it's 4 Mountain Giants now. This is a lot of MGs. And Chaemiko does not want to take this fight. TP's out. Losing a single priest only. Which isn't that much, really. The expansion now completely exposed. More Treants coming in. It's kind of a weird game. Still not enough lumber for the shredder. It's all feeling kind of awkward. The resource management is a problem here. Is he just gonna give up this expansion? Really? Alright, 100 lumber. Now Chaemiko could go for the shredder. And there we go. Shredder coming in now. Alchemist finally level 3. He was lacking behind in levels for a while. Keeper, of course, level 5 already for a while now. Cloak of Flames for him as well. MK in the front. Quick Dispel against the Entangle. Still kind of low HP though, but has the Invul here just to be safe, to make sure. And finally, Chaemiko is going to have lumber here soon. But still struggling for the time being. Paladin is coming. The heal is going to be a big help. LawLiet's got a big army already. 74 supply and a Nutri of Life coming up over here. More Treants being summoned, once again going towards the expansion. Still no Nature's Blessing. But the Mountain Giants here picking up the sticks. Especially the upgrades are an issue, right? If you have fully upgraded MGs, they actually are really scary. Without, they are manageable. I feel like LawLiet should have gone for a shredder a while ago. And I don't say that easily. Normally, I don't like the shredder too much. But in 2 base versus 2 base games. Oh, nice splitting against the priest. Wow. LawLiet paying very close attention. That was pretty cool. Keeper coming in with more Treants. Chaemiko is gonna go home. Still sitting in no upkeep. Chaemiko, you got more than 1,500 gold, man. Why isn't he making units? This seems very greedy. And whilst the army is busy trying to deal with the Treants, the MGs are hitting the main base. 1-0 attack upgrades now. But he's not actually committing to this. As now the human force gets back to the main, the Keeper and Treants just slowly take out this expansion. I think Chaemiko was just way too greedy this game. And once again, mismanaged lumber. When the militia were moving south, creating this expansion, I guess he should have made either new peasants for the lumber or get a shredder right away. But most importantly, spend your gold. And now suddenly, it's looking pretty desperate. Chaemiko was taking a few good fights, but now going up against 3 bases with only one of his own. Knights starting to come in. They're supposed to be the counter against the mountain giants, but taking quite a beating here. But with inner fire now coming in, that's going to be a big help. Mountain King in the front lines, dropping low very quickly. But there's going to be the Holy Light. The heal from the Paladin so important now, especially for the second hero. Would love to have that spell on level 2, of course, but that's a pipe dream at the moment. MK on level 4. Also, not having Clap, I don't know about that choice. Clap is usually really good against mountain giants. Later on, Blizzard as well. But Chaemiko, man, he's finally spent all his money, and suddenly that's 73 supply. And a strong army. Taunt after taunt, confusing these knights as they're running from target to target, basically. Alchemist in the back with a Stormbolt. This could be a little bit dangerous for him. But the Mountain Giant also completely surrounded. Goes for the invul. Wasn't sure if he had it anymore. He did still have it. MGs are just kind of holding the surround. But with the Entangled focus, he's going for a Knight instead. And that will be a kill. Oh, last second. Gets that Knight killed. Big kill right there. There was no staff for Chaemiko. Oh, he doesn't even have a shop. Wait. Did he never make a shop this game? Perhaps he didn't. So, kind of an even trade, I think. Oh my god. And guess what? Double Chimroost. And the anti-air, I think, isn't looking too great. We only have 3 riflemen. Oh man. That's not too much. That's not too much at all. We have so many priests. I think it's too many priests. How many is this? 7 priests? Well, he's gonna have a lot of inner fire at least. And now he would like to have Clap as well against these wisps. Oh my god, draining all the mana. The expansion may have been lost, but this looks like a great time to fight now for LawLiet. It's so close to the level 6 as well. Oh my goodness. Chimera's off to the side. We have 3 out already by now with 1-2 upgrades. Did LawLiet go for a Shredder? No, he just made more wisps, I guess. And off we go. The heroes for the Night are kind of the most vulnerable thing. MG's in front, of course, tank like a boss. And Chaemiko is going for a hero again quickly. And here come the Chims. Aiming for the Knights. Good micro on the Chimeras. Chimeras. And it takes them a couple of volleys, actually, to kill these Knights. With their, whoa, 12 armor. Level 6 for the Keeper. That is the Tranquility. Stormbolt on cooldown for the time being. Alchemist also has to be a little bit careful. Stormbolt finds the Keeper. Cancels the Tranquility. Heal Scroll coming in now from Chaemiko. But not too many Knights are left standing. And the GG taps out as LawLiet takes map number 1. I thought Chaemiko had a chance there. I think the counter expansion was a smart play, but the resources were all messed up. Lumber matters, guys. I feel like I'm seeing this more and more. That people don't pay enough attention to their lumber and then can't produce quickly enough. And now it's getting scary for Chaemiko. If he loses one more game, he loses this series. And with that, he's out of the running for the playoffs. Pretty much already. Under very specific circumstances, perhaps he could still make it, but it's extremely unlikely. Thank you very much, Mr. David L. Ross, for the 100 bits. Once again, Bleed Purple. What is Bleed Purple? We had that yesterday already. What does it stand for? Orlando City. Bleed Purple and Gold. Alright, so it's a sports team thing, I guess? Orlando City SC. Is that where this comes from? Anyways, thank you very much. Second map will be Turtle Rock. Ooh. A map that we used to see getting vetoed by the Night Elves all the time. Because close positions can be very dangerous against militia rushes, and also for the Demon Hunter used to always be a very tough map. But nowadays, it's a day and age of the Keeper. And I have seen plenty of actually aggressive Huntress plays, making life hard for humans here, especially on close positions. Pretty cool. I haven't seen this map in this matchup in forever. I wonder what it looks like currently. Chaemiko continues to have not the best day, if you ask me. But it's not over for him yet. He can still come back in this best of 3. This is his map choice now. Chaemiko is usually a player very fond of expanding. But Turtle Rock... Turtle Rock fast expansion against the Keeper level 2? Oh man. That sounds extremely scary. Or perhaps he has another build lined up here. These two players are, I think, also in direct rivalry for WGL, right? Or is LawLiet already qualified? Let me find that out for you. No. What? LawLiet is behind Chaemiko? I thought he was ahead of him. Quick look at the WGL standings. You can see here, Chaemiko is actually in front of LawLiet. At the moment, if this was the standings at the end of the season, both would be making it to WGL. I thought LawLiet had fewer points. Okay. I misremembered that. So actually, it's looking pretty good for Chaemiko for WGL with that great run in the Pro Qualifier last month. But today, here in HW Masters, it's looking a little rough for Chaemiko. Oh, and it is close positions. Honestly, this shouldn't be possible. This breaks too many matchups. This is really frustrating to play. But as an observer, it's always exciting. Close position Turtle Rock is another one of those unique scenarios in Warcraft. No other map offers this. This can lead to very crazy games, but also presents a lot of imbalances. Has its ups and downs, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. Fast expanding, or expanding in general for Chaemiko, is close to impossible. also pretty hard for the Night Elf. Perhaps you could set up a Tree of Life over here and then creep this later. But that would also be pretty weird, having to defend both bases then. AM first versus Keeper first. LawLiet isn't scouting yet. Oftentimes Night Elves will try to hide close positions by moving the Wisps to the other starting positions first. But LawLiet isn't scouting at all. Right now he is. What scout pattern does he have? Okay. Not scouting for the close. Oh, footy moving out. Are they gonna meet? They have the same movement speed. The footy saw him. Footy saw the Wisp. Might know now about the spawning positions. AM creeping the turtles first. With 5 militia. Isn't that a little overkill? At least with that, it's very fast. As the footy and the Wisp are still scouting in the north.
Are under attack.
Cloak of Shadows for the Keeper, not too valuable. For the AM, it can actually be really good. If he's getting hunted down by the Keeper with the Entangle, this could save his life. Or the TP. Level 2 for the Keeper, not creeping up the entirety of the camp, and the anti-nuts, the 2 worst items. Ring and Cloak.
Player's forces are under attack.
For the Keeper. AM, Claws of Attack, that's pretty good. So, what do we see? Oh, Defensive Ancient of War from LawLiet here coming in early. Chaemiko, on the other hand, he's teching. LawLiet wants to make sure he's not gonna get rushed down here. And actually the archers crept the remainder of the camp. If the Keeper, for example, had Mantle and Claws here, this would be very different. It would be much easier to find these kills. I don't think there's any saving this footy. Oh, actually! Entangle wears off. Oh, Shadow Meld just barely saving this archer. Both these archers, I guess. And there's an Ancient of War in the back. 1 footy was killed off here on the Keeper. Not using any Wisps for the detonate against the Water Elementals, by the way. Archers are already kind of hurt. And now Chaemiko's diving for the Wisps. Detonate here against the Water Elemental. We're gonna have another Water Elemental here. Is ready already. And turns out this cloak is actually pretty useful right now. Alright. Wasn't expecting this. Another detonate, that's the Water Elemental gone. And Huntress is coming in to have a better answer to these footies. Archer will be falling. No saving that one. And this one may be dying as well. Oh, that was close. So 1-for-1 trade so far. 1 footy versus 1 archer. But seems like this footy will be falling as well. Chaemiko, remember, has the faster tech. LawLiet is not teching at all. He's just going all in hunts. Huh. No upgrades just yet. Not even Ultra Vision. More experience from the Water Elemental Keeper, almost level 3. And that is where the trouble begins. This time around, I'm pretty sure he's going to go for Entangle too. Wisps coming over. Doesn't really have the resources to go for mass APs. Could set up 1 perhaps. 1 guard tower coming in the main already. That's smart. Peasants opening up the way. Was that perhaps a little too ambitious? Wants to have an opening for the AM and the rifle into and out of the base. Treants being summoned as well. For Glory Heaven, thanks very much for the 8-month resub. Militia coming in. Dropping low here pretty quickly though. Acid Bomb from the Alchemist for Chaemiko. Hit 2 of the Huntresses only though. And here come the Wisp detonates. AM completely dry. Water Elemental gone. He has to TP back behind the wall. This guard tower finishing is so important. 1 guard tower can hold off a lot of Huntresses. Alright, so what's the plan now, LawLiet? APs? Tech?
player's forces are under attack.
He just spent a lot of gold on something. Double hunts, I guess. Alright, just more and more hunts. Very unusual game. Looks like OC's playing this one. All because of the close positions, of course. Sanctum coming up in the back. Oh, I love the shop. Losing the barracks is actually a big deal, as that means no more riflemen. Same can be said for the blacksmith. If Chaemiko has enough time to get level 3 AM, to get 50 supply, rifles and casters, that's going to destroy this hunter's army. So LawLiet wants to win this game before that point. Moving forward with the entangle onto the rifle. If he gets the last hit, that's the level up. He gets it! Level 3 for himself. What's he skilling here? I think it should definitely be entangle.
Town is under siege.
LawLiet is holding the point for now. 1 AP is coming up in the back. And he didn't get the blacksmith. LawLiet is using this AP as bait, as it seems. Entangle, again, it is level 2 entangle. This rifleman certainly gonna fall. Priests are starting to come out though. Once again, militia called. Huntress is dropping lower. And of course, there's no healing for them, no recovery. Moonwell's basically dry. We have a bit of juice left, but not much. LawLiet needs a scroll of healing, but he can't afford to go to the shop. Can't give up this position, I guess. This guard tower was worth its weight in gold. 1 AP is done here and is rooting in. We have 1 rifleman so far. No adept training for the priests just yet. Lumber is looking okay for Chaemiko. So there's plenty of peasants on lumber. Would like to see a shop here as well to have more clarities for the keeper. And glaives coming. Okay. The siege is ramping up. 1 attack upgrade already. No additional ones coming just yet. And so hard to get to these glaives now. So many hunters is in the way. Still only level 1 water elementals. Another quick to spell. And the glaives are still safe for now. Oh, this is looking like quite the meat grinder. All the peasants are coming. Call to arms. Everything is being brought into this fight. And the AP is going to be taken out. With all this normal damage. And the next AP is getting cancelled. Also, not even cancelled. It gets killed off. It looks like Chaemiko has held this. It took a lot of effort. But he's getting it done. Level 2 for the Alchemist as well. Well done by Chaemiko. That was basically the all-in held, right? What is the plan B? LawLiet. What next? Oh my god, the Huntress is also hurt. They needed that scroll of healing very, very badly.
Player's forces are under attack.
Gonna take some damage from this camp, getting the scroll. Not too much though. And look dangerous to commit into that, but the mass militia saving the day. Wow, nice split. Trying to surround the Alchemist. No! Going for the AM, and he doesn't have a TP. Oh no. Oh no. Chaemiko getting a little too confident, perhaps? Gets the hero kill. That's the level 4. AM is dead. At least he wasn't level 3, so he's gonna be back sooner. Oh, but Chaemiko, he stepped out too far. He stepped out too far. And guess what? The altar may not survive this. We have 3 glaive throwers still here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Chaemiko has to keep this altar alive. But it's so much damage. No! Chaemiko, you had this game! But he stepped out too far. What is that? Can he keep this altar alive? I don't think so. It's too much siege damage. AM won't come back from the altar. But LawLiet, Huntress is all half dead. LawLiet going for the farms next. I'm really surprised not taking out this blacksmith. Once again, militia called, but only 25 supply left for Chaemiko. Remember, if he loses this, he's basically out of this tournament. Won't make it to the playoffs. Entangle again, going for the Alchemist. Not a surround just yet, but now it is. He closes the way. That's the next hero kill. GG by Chaemiko. Oh no. What a heartbreaking day for Chaemiko.